We are in a phenomenal position at the top of the Premier League table as we start today's episode. We find ourselves 5 points clear of City with 2 games in hand. We could go a massive distance clear of them if we win all 3 of today's Premier League games. We start with Newcastle away, then we've Bournemouth at home. We'll then simulate the 2 quarterfinals of the Europa League and play Aston Villa at the end of the episode. If we win all 3 of our Premier League games, we could be just a win or 2 away from the Premier League title early doors. It would be one of the earliest title wins that I think I've ever had if we're able to pull it off. It's always either gone down to the final day or only taken at least until like match day 36. So we could seal the deal really early on in this episode, or in this season, sorry, in either this or the next episode, probably the next one. So I'm hoping that we can get the wins we need. Well, I'm hoping we can get through in the Europa League as well. It'd be nice to have an extra cup final at the end of the season again. I'll be streaming Football Manager tonight over on Twitch now. So follow the link in the description to my Twitch channel, and you can come and follow me over there. You guys have decided, and rather overwhelming, that I am going to do a Champions League only 8th season, and that will now be here on YouTube. I've heard you, it's fine. It will be on YouTube. It will only be 3 or 4 episodes long. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on that Champions League season or any more of the end of this season, or of course the Cambridge United RTT, which will start after that, then make sure you're subscribed to this channel with the notification bell ticked. And as ever, please do come across and join me on Twitch for the streams. They're a lot of fun. And it'd be great to have you over there to show your support as well. Right, let's start with Newcastle away then, and get ourselves 3 points to kick off the episode, and then we'll build from there. Freddie Woodman in goal for Newcastle. Yedlin, Cher, Chetin, Adam Webster and Matt Ritchie as a back 5. Johannes Eggestein, Hayden Verretou and Reece Nelson, with Kalimuendo up top. I have no idea who he is. We should wait and see if he's any good. I hope not, but I've been proven wrong before, a la Pocanitz. They're 13th in the league, Newcastle. So, an okay season for them. Of course, in real life, they've just been taken over by a massive conglomerate that will, you would imagine, provide a rather substantial amount of money for Newcastle United to become the next big name or next big powerhouse in English domestic football. That's a foul. Well, put it this way, Manchester City's owners were the richest in the Premier League with £23 billion. Newcastle's new owners have £260 billion. Newcastle are now the richest club in England and one of the richest clubs in the entire world, if not maybe the. I'm not sure what Paris Saint-Germain club owners' weight is like financially, but Newcastle are going to be here to stay with regards. Oh my God, what a save by Engel! The top of the Premier League. Whether that will be next season or whether it will take a couple of seasons for them to find the right players, etc., we'll wait and see. But it's very, very exciting times for Newcastle United fans right now in real life. Hopefully, we can dampen their spirits virtually by picking up 3 points here at St James's Park, although they did very nearly take the lead there. And I can't quite squeeze that through that gap. Let's see with the throw. Nearly 25 minutes in now. We are undefeated so far away from home this season. We've only lost a couple of games in the Premier League. Both have been at Ellen Road. And we're currently on a 20-plus game unbeaten streak. So whoever beats us next, it will be quite the scalp for them. Kalimuendo has been played in here. Malacia intercepts not once but twice. We are able to work it away. Nutmegging the striker there, I think, with the pass to ensure that it found its way back to Malacia. Renato Sanchez in here to Orlan, who could go again through that gap. And Erling Braut Haaland could be back on the score sheet for Newcastle, for Leeds United. But it's a good save by the keeper. White. Oh, given away. Kalimuendo over the top. Sees the run of DeAndre Yedlin, who's forward well. Malacia with him. He's going to need support here, DeAndre, but he's got it. Isaac Hayden. Look out to DeAndre Yedlin. Johannes Eggestein to Yedlin again. That's a good ball. would have been a good goal if Kalimuendo had actually headed that towards goal. I think he's actually headed that away from goal. Trying to just glance it in, and he's gotten that all wrong, bless him. Johannes Egerstein. Back to Yedlin. This is good football from Newcastle. Jordan Veretout. Drilled out wide to Reece Nelson. They'll probably be taking him off soon. I'm going to be making a couple of changes of my own momentarily as well. Nice interception by Militao. Then we get that forward to Calvin Phillips quickly. The two players that will be coming off for me are Tyler Roberts and Erling Braut Haaland, but trying to get them involved before the substitution takes place. But Newcastle, the ones that are keeping possession for a prolonged period of times now. We dominated possession in the first half, and they have some in the second to this point. Still trying to get that first goal of the game. I was hoping it was going to be slightly easier than this, but it really hasn't been as straightforward a game as I hoped it would be. Renato will get this back here. I'll look to Tyler Roberts and try and spin the defender, which he's done really well. And I'm sorry, but that should be a penalty. We'll have a look at the replay. I'm going to put Jared Bowen up top. I'll bring Jamie Shackleton on there. But that should be a foul as far as I'm concerned. Actually, we'll put Daniel Marlin up top. I want to have a look at that replay. I'm pretty sure that Tyler Roberts gets fouled there, and that should be a penalty. The defender gets nothing on the ball, I don't think. I turn. Matt Ritchie steps in, and has he just fallen? He might well have actually fallen over his own feet there, Tyler Roberts. Looks like Ritchie is tugging at his shirt slightly. He's got hold of his shorts, actually. Actually, he's got his hand up his bum. And then Tyler Roberts' foot. That might be a dive, actually. It was enough to fool me as we make our changes. They haven't made any of their own yet, it doesn't appear. So they're still as they were. Hopefully our changes will be enough to see us take the lead. Renato, it's just nowhere to go. Nelson through the gap nicely to Jordan Veretout. I'll have that, thank you. Ben White says ta very much. Phillips forward to Renato Sanchez. And we're off. A goal in the United game, but doesn't really mean anything for us. Shackleton across here to Renato. Forward to Daniel Marlin. It's a lovely ball. The angle is narrowing though. Renato's back there. Wasn't the best of passes, and now I've been caught in possession. I can't get a clear-cut chance on goal. That's been the problem in this game. Everything has been either a half chance or fallen apart as we've gotten close to goal. Renato trying to outmuscle the attacker here. And Jordan Veretout does win the throw for his team. Trying to G the substitute up there, the manager. Veretout out here to Reece Nelson. It was Barlaser that came on. I'm going to lose that header. You just know you're going to lose the header sometimes when the attacker just drifts in front of the defender and they pay no attention to them whatsoever. I knew even before the ball had even got halfway towards Egerstein there, you knew I was going to concede. Oh, man. I gave it the big one at the beginning, didn't I? We could seal the Premier League title by tomorrow's episode, he said, if we win all three of our games today. And then halfway through the episode, or through the game, I said, oh, we've not lost so far this season away from home. Now we're about to lose. And probably not give ourselves the chance of winning the title in tomorrow's episode. Oh, classic CHES, classic Leeds. That's out with the throw. 2 minutes added on, and we're a minute into those already. Looking for Daniel Marlin there. Here's Renato Sanchez. Can we rescue a point? Still, perhaps. Oh, no, we can't. Classic CHES, classic Leeds. We stumble at one of the final hurdles. A nothing game with no chances in it that Newcastle just edge. Man United win at home against Liverpool. Chelsea batter Wolves. And that's a real pain in the arse, to be completely honest. We could have gone so far away from Manchester City in today's episode. We still could go a decent distance, but our unbeaten streak comes to an end. I can't say they were the better side, because we both had exactly the same amount of chances. We were just unlucky, is what I shall continue to say. Unlucky that the gameplay engine isn't that good, and that when the ball is stood up to the back post like that, your defender always loses the header. Bournemouth at home next. An instant reply, please. Right, Bournemouth. Ramsdale in a 4-4-2. Bruno Twanzebe, Rogel and Lloyd Kelly. Gelson Martins, Cook, Arnemeier and Danuma Grunewald back in their starting lineup with Mariano and Guiri up top. As expected, Dwight McNeil has caused me some problems last time, or the last couple of times we've played against Bournemouth. Thankfully, he's on the bench to start here. Mateus Cunha is back in the starting lineup for the first time in a few months. He's back from his injury and hopefully will be back contributing to the team in a positive manner. He still has the little plaster symbol next to him, but I'm hoping we can avoid any poor challenges and get him a couple of goals. Oof, and he very nearly started with one after 5 minutes. It's good to have him back. Kawiri looking to drive into the space. Danuma could do something down the left for them, but not to be. Bowen trying to win that back. He's trying his hardest. He's had to run a ring around Lloyd Kelly and still can't get it off him. Arnemeier. Oh, he's kicked that straight at Weston McKennie. Time very much. Saint-Maximin, run into that gap, will you, my man? Thank you, mate. Pick out the man in the middle, will you, my man? Thank you, mate. Find the top corner. Oh, ho, ho. Ramsdale denies us, but that would have been one hell of a goal. Well up, Brandon Cooper. Not very well aimed, Brandon Cooper. Thank you, Weston McKennie. That's not a foul, ref. Miano with a lofted ball. Atal with the best clearing header you've seen ever. And, whoa, Danuma Grunewald nearly with an acrobatic first for Bournemouth. Great technique. Not quite the accuracy, but it was a hell of a try. Lloyd Kelly inside to Arnemeier. They have options here, Bournemouth. Danuma, Lloyd Kelly, Grunewald. Oh, that's a very good ball. Across to Gelson Martins, who's taken it down brilliantly. And if it weren't for Brandon Cooper, would have given them a 1-0 lead. Brandon Cooper there again, but his pass out is poorly aimed. And we still could concede it. Gelson Martins round the corner to Bruno. Back to Lewis Cook. Arnemeier. Bournemouth really putting the pressure on here. And they've turned well. Tyler Adams is going to have to come across, but that leaves a man in space, and thankfully that's trickled wide. They look the more likely of scoring here, Bournemouth. Not really too sure what's going on with me today. Out to Emerson. Down the line really nicely. Now this could be a good opportunity. Looking for Cunha. And there's the first goal of the game. Back in the starting lineup, back on the score sheet. Mateus Cunha gives us a 1-0 lead. It's our first chance on target of the game. It's only our second chance total of the game. It's his second chance of the game and his first goal back from injury. Breathe. A sigh of relief. I love that. Thank you. McKennie. Through to Cunha. Now, if we could assert some dominance in this second half, get ourselves a couple of extra goals, just to make me feel better about my lack of performance so far in today's episode, then that would be wonderful. Weston McKennie onside, just. Look here for Cunha again, out of his feet. Oh, what a save from Aaron Ramsdale. That was destined for the back of the net, and it was a brilliant fingertip stop from the keeper. Cunha feels so good in possession. That's looping in. And honestly, what a save. That was outrageous. Shackleton will deliver the corner. Cooper could be up. Kelly is. Emerson will go back down the line there to McKennie. It's annoying. I've lost possession again. Get to that, please, for Kayo, and let's get it back up the other end. They're saying that Cunha's a player to watch, and he has been good. I can't quite believe that's the quality of that save from Aaron Ramsdale there. Oh, and Shackleton is going to get through here, and Jamie Shackleton will give us a second. Ramsdale's trying his hardest to keep us out, but it's not an easy task, especially when the ball's going to fall very kindly for me in challenges like that. That's a bit fortunate, but we'll take it. 2-0. Gimme. Tart. Cunha. Could we score a quick third? Oh, Shackleton's in again. Jamie. Sorry, Bournemouth. You capitulated. That's awful from them. I've just scored. They've given me the ball back. And we've scored again. Jamie Shackleton having a great second half. Easy finish, though. 3-0. Kelly with a big switch. Here's a hell of a big switch. Martins brings it down. Poor ball in. Easily dealt with. And away we go. This second half has been much more of what we're used to at Leeds United. Mariano, nicely intercepted by Tomori, but it's fallen back to Mariano. I got lucky for my second goal. Are they about to get lucky for their first? No, but they have won a corner. Mariano's gone off now, so a change up top for them. Wait and see who it is that comes on. It's Duro. I don't know anything about him, unfortunately. Here's Danuma Grunewald into Rogel. Sam Maximan will have that, thank you. And we'll look to send Jamie Shackleton in, or it's Jared Bowen, in fact. They've given them the ball back again. 2-2. Everton equalised against Manchester United. Man City play Chelsea on this match day, and it's a late kickoff. So at half-time, it was the only game that hadn't actually been played yet, so I couldn't check and see how they were getting on. Oh, Maya's actually done really well there, and if they score here, it'd be well-deserved. They haven't. 20 minutes to go. Still a comfortable 3-0 scoreline here against Bournemouth. Certainly the response I was after that game against Newcastle in the first game. Tyler Adams played through. Shackleton is on a hat-trick. Cunha could get a brace. Ramsdale is trying to get man of the match despite having conceded 3 goals. Dominic Solanke there coming on for them now. Oh, Brandon Cooper could have been underneath this. He still was almost. Tomori knocks that towards the back post. And Ramsdale will tip that away for another corner. The pressure continues on the Bournemouth goal. Bowen delivers again. Tomori was underneath that, I think, but it was Solanke that flicks the ball away. His first action since coming on. Saint-Maximin in there to Tomori. It's McKennie quickly out of his feet. Shackleton. Come on then. Oh, can we get him a hat-trick? It's got to be a pen. You could see him tugging away. He failed the first time. Shackleton stayed on his feet. So he went for him again. Tuanzebe, that's terrible defending, mate. I can't deny Jamie Shackleton now the opportunity to get a hat-trick, can I? Where are you, Jamie? I don't know what his penalties are like. 43 penalty accuracy. Well, let's hope the keeper goes the wrong way. Oh, which he doesn't. No hat-trick for Jamie Shackleton. Can he get an assist, though? No assist for Jamie Shackleton. Tomori. He did something crazy for Chelsea last season. From similar distance, hasn't been able to do it on FIFA. Here's Duro, played in down the right-hand side. Didn't quite read that, thought he was just going to cross it. Here's Lewis Cook. I would like to keep my clean sheet. Ooh. Engel ensures that we do for the time being. Gelson Martins to deliver from this near side. In it comes, away it goes from Fikayo Tomori. Bowen will get to that. Back nicely to Tyler Adams, who then tackles. Can't get the ball away properly. Here's Danuma. Back to Arne Meyer. Strike. Saved again by the keeper. A late flurry here from Bournemouth, but too little too late, lads. You're already 3-0 down. Corner comes in. Away by Shackleton maybe at the second attempt, certainly. And then the referee will blow his final whistle. Not too long after that, I hope. No Jamie Shackleton hat-trick, unfortunately, but still 3 goals for the side at least. Never mind. We win convincingly at home against Bournemouth, which is exactly what I needed. As I mentioned, City versus Chelsea not yet kicked off, so we don't know if we've extended our lead over them at the top of the table. But Jamie Shackleton was superb today. I apologise, Jamie, for not being able to get you that hat-trick. The lads did it today. They dug deep and did well. And we will keep trying to get that title as soon as physically possible, even if there's a couple of stumbles along the way, like Newcastle United. Annoyed that I haven't been able to keep that clean sheet going. That unbeaten streak going until the end of the season. But never mind. Sometimes it doesn't always go your way. Everything has been going our way so far this season, so I really can't complain. We will sim with the rotated 11, although McKennie is suspended for this first leg, so he'll be rotated out. And put Jadon Sancho in at centre mid for some reason automatically. Great decision from the AI there when you've got Calvin Phillips on the bench. Never mind. Can we get a first leg lead? An injury to my goalkeeper, which is concerning, although he's able to continue. But is that only because I don't have a goalkeeper on the bench? Please, lads. Please, Engel, don't be out injured for too long. 10 minutes to go in this first leg. And it's a 0-0 draw against Lille. Oh, man! Stefan Engel out for 2 months. Stefan Engel is going to be out for the rest of the season. He might be back for cup finals. He might be back for cup finals should we get to them. But he will play no further part in our Premier League campaign. Miller will go in his place. That is devastating. Stefan Engel, our Scout Future Star, our best ever Scout Future Star on the channel, 91 rated goalkeeper, out for the rest of the season. Castro and Miller will fill in for him. Is that going to affect the way that we're able to finish this season? I hope not, but maybe so. Ben White is now 88 rated. Renato Sanchez still 85. Orlan and Roberts still 89. Oh, but now 82 in goal, not 91. Aston Villa might fancy their chances here. Villa line up in a 4-3-3. Joe Lumley in goal. Howes, Mings, Konsa and Diogo Dalot. Grassi, Douglas Luiz, Tom Davis as the three. And Demarai Gray, Glenn McCauley and Robin Hack up top. Glenn McCauley. Is he a regen? Glenn McCauley. Glenn McCauley. No, he's definitely a regen. He's not on FIFA. So we will wait and see if Glenn McCauley is any good for Aston Villa here. No, he is. Oh, it's one N. It's one N. Glenn, I searched two N's. Glenn McCauley starts at 59 rated, has potential of 74. Aston Villa's front line is not being led by someone who's particularly very good. Maybe Miller won't be tested quite so much in this game. We'll wait and see. Orlan immediately getting involved defensively, dropping back to get stuck in. Tyler Roberts is with him here. Marlon making moves on the left. That's a foul, but we'll play on, take advantage. And Jadon Sancho, or did he get caught there as well? Yes, I think, but no foul given. And the shot tamely heads towards the keeper, and it just trickles into his arms. Sancho involved again, though. Nice little McGeady spin to get inside. Calvin Phillips could push forward here. Renato Sanchez is on a run, or was on a run at least. Orlan not going to shoot on his right because it's not that good. Renato will look through there for Jadon Sancho. Can he get a shot off this time? No, but Daniel Marlon is in. I tried to drill it across goal towards the far corner. Unfortunately, I only found the far corner of the ground, not necessarily the goal. Whoops. Win that header, please. He's done well, actually, Malacia, because Demarai Gray is a lot taller than him. Marlon forward to Renato. Oh, picked off nicely by Douglas Luiz. Demarai Gray against Marlon on this occasion, and Demarai Gray comes out on top there. Grassi forward to McCauley, and before he scores a hat-trick after I said that he wasn't that good. Gray out to Howes, into McCauley, who's turned well and very nearly sets up a goal rather than scoring one. Hakimi wasn't the best of passes, but does find Renato Sanchez. Marlon will make the move down the line, and we've slotted him in well, and he should have the pace to get away from Courtney Howes. We will turn inside, and he's done the defender brilliantly. There's Orlan and Jadon Sancho. Can he get his goal now? Maybe. Oh, you don't forget the ball, mate. Oh, come on. Give me a chance. Great footwork from Jadon Sancho, but not great ball work from Jadon Sancho. Forgot to take it with him. Can I get to that with Renato? That's a hell of a challenge. Tyler Roberts is through that gap, and this should be 1-0 now. Devastating finish? No. Good save by Lumley. Orlan back to a teammate. Phillips. Sancho. Sancho. Oh, off the bar this time. Orlan could get to that. The keeper's got there. Unreal. How have we not taken a 1-0 lead so far in this game? I'm not sure. Sancho, his first effort was terrible. Trickled into the keeper's arms. That second effort was insane and desperately unlucky not to give us a 1-0 lead. Neymar's scored from Manchester City, so they look to close the gap on us. I'm not sure what it is at the top of the table at this stage now. Don't know what the scoreline was against Chelsea, actually. I forgot to check with that Europa League game in between. Sancho wins the header, but it's not aimed very well. And here's Robin Hack trying to give Aston Villa a 1-0 lead. Away, please, Mr. White. Thank you. Dalot brought down well. Delivered in, and Davies scores for Villa. We trail at Villa Park. Grassi forward to Tom Davies. Here's McCauley. Little back heel to Tom Davies. Picked off by Hakimi. Sancho. There's Roberts. Orlan could go on a run, maybe. He's thinking about it. There we go. Go on, Erling. Oh, don't fall over like that, mate. You were past the defender. Players not really playing that well here. Making poor decisions at key times. Tyler Roberts through for Orlan. Now, he should finish this. But Lumley's made a good save. I can't score against Villa. Try as I might, it won't go in. Don't tell me I'm going to lose... Don't tell me I'm going to go on a 20-plus unbeaten streak to then lose 2 games in the space of 3 Premier League ties. I do not want that to happen, thank you very much. And I certainly hope that it doesn't. I don't think it will. Look for Tyler Roberts. Cleared away by the defender. It will, however, almost certainly now be 1-0 to Aston Villa at half-time. Orlan actually backed away nicely there from the defender. It's Renato again. I'm trying hard. Tyler Roberts, nice spin, and bury it. There we go. Equaliser before half-time. 45 minutes to find a winner in the second period. Grassy. Villa trying to get themselves across the halfway line here. It'll be Claret and Blue versus Claret and Blue in their next tie. Villa versus West Ham. Come on, get that off him, please. Win that header. Well up, Ben. Don't you dare. If that had gone in, then they would have absolutely deserved 3 points. That was a hell of a hit from Douglas Luiz. But he found the stand in similar fashion to Daniel Marlon earlier on. We've got Lille in that second leg to come at the end of the episode in a simulated game. Not yet sure if we'll get through that. Not really that bothered if we don't. Of course, the Champions League is what we're mainly focused on. We won the Europa League last year, so it's not like we need to add that competition to our cabinet to ensure that we have a version of it in our history. Here's Demarai Gray looking to grab another for Villa, but the keeper's done well. Jadon Sancho is struggling for stamina here, so let's bring Jamie Shackleton on. Let's move Tyler Roberts out wide. Come on, him. Let's crack on, shall we, lads? Let's get this second. All out to Sancho. Can he have one final part to play in this game? Can count himself unlucky not to have scored yet. City scored a third against Wolves. It's 3-0, so they are definitely going to be closing the gap on us if we fail to win here. Isn't one of our games in hand then, if they're playing here. And they played in the last one, so by the end of the episode, we should still have a game in hand against City, I think. Orlan, you should bury this, mate. There we go. And they won't be closing the gap on us if we hold out as we are now. Orlan makes it 2-1. We're further in front. That is his 16th goal of the Premier League season as Jadon Sancho goes off and Jamie Shackleton comes on. It's a shame that Orlan missed so long through injury because he quite easily could have gotten the golden boot this year. Never mind, 8. There's always next season in the simulated year. Shackleton on for me. I'll try and extend the lead if I can, but the most important thing now with City winning is that we at least hold on to this 2-1 win. Make that a 3-2 win, shall we? Oh, typical. Marlon back to Malacia. Phillips to Jamie Shackleton. That's a hell of a ball. Out to Tyler Roberts. Really good pass. Marlon's tucked inside. We'll look there for Renato Sanchez, who's worked the angle really well. And I'll pull it back to, well, what I thought was to ensure the goal. But the defender has done brilliantly. It was well worked and great vision to see it. But no goal. Shackleton. 2 in the last one. I could really do with him scoring another one here. Oh, Ben White, stay on your feet. There's no need to fall over there whatsoever, is there? Tyler Roberts wins that back. Aggressive in fashion, but still able to do it legally, according to the referee. Phillips, Orlan's the obvious option here. Via Jamie Shackleton. Oh, please! Scoring goals against Aston Villa has not been easy. Renato, back around the corner there to Calvin Phillips. We'll look for Jamie Shackleton. Jamie! Ah! Win that header. Come on, please. I need this W. Shackleton. Orlan. Orlan blocked by a Conser. Villa are determined to get something from this game. Renato will deliver the ball in. Oh, Lumley goes up and wins it well. Roberts down. Calvin Phillips deflected. Oh, and Orlan is on his heels, not his toes. And that will be a point against Aston Villa. I've had countless efforts in this game, but only 2 went in. I don't really know how we haven't won that, because I've had so many chances in that game. It's ridiculous. 12 shots, 8 on target, 2 goals. Every single shot they had on target went in. Is that because we didn't have Stefan Engel in goal? Hopefully that isn't something that continues for the remainder of the season. I might give Castro a goal. We gave it our all. We were the better team, but it just wouldn't go in. Something to learn from, I guess. I shall learn to put Castro in goal and see if he can perform better. Their goalkeeper was outstanding in that one. And fair play to him. Miller for Castro. Castro is taller. Let's compare their stats quickly. So, diving is in Miller's favour. Handling heavily in Castro's. Kicking, it's just weird from Miller for it to be that high. Reflexes is dramatically higher for Miller. But positioning is better for Castro. The reflexes could be a big thing. Oh, I genuinely don't know which is going to be the... Miller's kicking could have some part to play in it. 2 people suspended for this second leg now. Jesus Christ. Thankfully we have to advance to that game, so everybody should be fit that isn't suspended. Well, into the semi-finals perhaps, or out at the quarter-finals maybe. Time will tell. Militao's been drafted in at centre-back. Sancho's drafted in midfield, and he does get his goal this time around. I wasn't able to get him at Villa Park, and that's, of course, an away goal as well. So even if Lille equalise, we're going to go through. Cunha makes it 2. Through to the semi-finals of the Europa League for Leeds United for the 2nd season in a row. Real Madrid and Bayern Munich is one hell of a tie for the Europa League. I don't think there's ever been a tie in the Europa League or the UEFA Cup that has ever been Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Oh, Jesus, everybody's picking up suspensions in that competition. You'll play in the next one, Calvin. Don't worry, my man. Back into the starting lineup he'll be for this one against Swansea. Jadon Sancho struggling for stamina, but he should be okay to continue. So the league table as we end today's episode then. The gap is still 5 points. We could extend it to 8 with a win in our game in hand. That would then mean there are 15 points available between now and the end of the season. We could win the league in the next episode. No, we couldn't, because it's just Chelsea, just the one Premier League game, and we've got Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the Europa League. Right, well, we'll play Swansea. Actually, no, yeah, you've got the Swansea game. So 2 Premier League games tomorrow and the Chelsea FA Cup game, and then we'll sim Bayern. If we win both of our games, we 8 points. No, we can't. Unless City drop points, unless City lose both their games, we can't assure the Premier League title in tomorrow's episode. We can, however, assure ourselves of an FA Cup final and put ourselves within touching distance of that title 3 games from the end of the season. 4 games from the end of the season. Well, I certainly hope to be better in the Premier League tomorrow. We'll start with Swansea at home, and I'll see you then. Ta-ra.